up? It's your boy Blake Anthony back with another Real. Y'all know me, host of Sports Talk 49, and our new podcast, the Players Podcast. You already know what I'm coming with. Post game, the Bucs beat the brakes off of the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, ain't been able to do that in a while. Saints got new acquired quarterback Derek Carr. Didn't look too good. He looked like a NASCAR with the flat tire. Derek Carr was only to muster up 22 for 37, 127 yards, 0 touchdown passes. As a matter of fact, they had no touchdowns in this game. Tampa Bay hasn't been able to say that in a very long time. Although, Baker Mayfield goes 25 for 32, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. One interception was in the red zone earlier and later on in the game. Bucs were able to get the ball back later on. I said this several times, that when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Saints and teams that play like the Saints, you need a plethora of different assets on your offense. What do you mean by that, Blake? I mean, you can't have Mike Evans, Godwin, and other receivers like them. The other name is slipping my mind at the moment, out of Minnesota. Guys with all the same skill sets. Big body receivers that make contested catches. You have no speed complexity in your offense. Add now Tompkins, Palmer, the other young man, what's the last one? Jarrett. You got guys with speed. Now that stretches the defense. They can't play as aggressive. They have to account for these speed receivers going down the field and making plays and man coverage and things like that. It changes the complexity of the Saints' defense. The Bucs were still able to run the ball like they wanted to. They were able to move it when they needed to, but not like they wanted to. But you were able to move past the ball and stretch the field because you have different components on your offense at the wide receiver position. Plus the play calling. It's the first time I've ever seen the Saints off balance. Cam Jordan was a non-factor. Middle linebacker, I always forget, what's his name? Let me pull it up real quick. And my middle linebacker always gives us issues. Demario Davis, non-factor in this game. You took away their big stars being on the way you played your offense. You guys wanted to give Canales a bunch of shit last week. He made great plays this week. The same kind of offense. Difference is you execute from one week to another. They didn't leave a whole lot on the field this game. The plays they needed to make, they made, both offensively and defensively. Offensive line, great job. Great job. With no continuity among the 5 of you, you all played excellent even from the Philadelphia game to this game. So that means you guys are learning and progressing. You're going to get beat. It's how you respond. It's football. It's competitive. You're going to mess up plays. You're going to get beat. Just don't get beat more. Just beat people more than you get beat. That's the game. Mike Evans, 3 catches, 40 yards, goes out with an injury. Offense still continues to roll. Find other ways to get stars the ball. Doesn't have to be the same conventional way. Just find ways to get them there. Baker Mayfield, great job moving the pocket, extending plays. Threw one bonehead. Well, I wouldn't call it bonehead. It was one-on-one. The DB just made a play on the ball. Normally, it's a 50-50 chance. Either it's caught or it hits the ground. Defensive back made a great interception. Fortunately, because the defense continues to play well, they were unable to capitalize off of that. Now, I've spoken so much about the offense. Let me talk about this defense. First off, last week people were talking about the defense. You need to ease up off of them. 25 points last week, and I said 5 of them weren't on the defense because it was a fumble already in field goal range for the end of the half, and the safety counts. Mind that. So that's 20 points with 400-plus yards of offense by the Eagles, but they were unable to get it. They were unable to put the ball in more times. That's great if you can hold an NFL offense, under 20 points. Again, I'm not counting the 5 because that wasn't on the defense. That's a good job if you can do that. But this week, shutting down Carr. Not sure why they decided not to play Jameis Winston. But Todd Bowles has not had his starting defense the entire season. I said this earlier on one of my reels or on one of my podcasts. He's a former defensive back, and he gets the most out of all the defensive backs he gets. D. Delaney, I know a lot of you have written him off in years prior. He's got 2 interceptions this season. Idizzi, undrafted. You don't have a damn clue who he was. 2 interceptions already this year. Multiple pass breakups. Shutting speed receivers down because he's quick. Antoine Winfield. Ryan Neal goes out with concussion, so you're down a safety. So now you got to plug in another guy who wasn't projected to start this game. You haven't had Jamil Dean and Carlton Davis on the field together for 4 weeks. But yet you still continue to produce on defense. Your defensive line, Mike Green, really? I say, Vita Vea goes down. This defense is looking a hell of a lot different. I remember when Vea was drafted. You guys were questioning why he was drafted. Power pig was the word I heard. Guy led the team in sacks last year as a defensive tackle in a 3-4 scheme. That ain't supposed to happen. Dominating again this year. Pass rushing and run stuffing. Joe Tryon, I don't know. I said this on the previous reel. Yaya Diaby needs to be playing. He's got more backside behind him to push the pocket, which he did in this game, and I'll point out in the reel later. He needs to get more reps, and I think somebody heard me or they saw the same thing. He played a lot in this game, and he was crushing the pocket. Logan Hall is progressing. He was never a huge sack guy. He's more of a run stuffer and can get after the quarterback. He's progressing well. And Gaines is the other guy. I mean, they have really no depth until the rookie comes back, Calais Cansey. You have no other versatility on the defense as far as a speed rusher, interior, exterior guy. Your linebackers, Devontae David played well, as he always does, covering the tight ends and the running backs. Devin White made a lot of great plays this game. The stars show up on defense continuously. Our defensive line needs more depth, and they need to all be healthy, but they're still producing. Our safeties are getting sacks. Our guys are making tackles at the line of scrimmage. That's all because of Bowles. So for those who say he's inept to coach, we are not shackled by Tom Brady and the offense last year, taking over 100 snaps on defense. Funny how the defense looks different. It looks different. I can rest because my offense isn't going 3 and out every series. I get that people are fans of the game and there's people that know the game. But if you're a fan of the game, I'm trying to educate you on things that you look at as far as complexity. I've played this game. I coached this game. And those are things that you look at. I'm glad that Canales, Todd Bowles, and the coaching staff, everybody on there, is getting to do things their way. They're running the team the way they want to see it. Because the majority of you written them off already at preseason. Tank for Caleb, right? Remember? Tank for Caleb. Baker and Kyle Trask got no chance, blah, blah, blah. You're humans. That's what people do. Your opinion and your loyalty waver at the sway of a flag. Doesn't faze me. Doesn't faze the players. One game at a time is you'll always hear me say anytime anybody asks me something, because I know what it is to play this game. And you have a boxer's chance at any time if you come in with the right game plan and you take care of the business, not give the ball back, take away the ball. You have an opportunity to win any game. Great job, Baker Mayfield. I was not a huge fan when he came in. I thought Kyle Trask should have been the starter if the competition was that close. I'm not rooting against anybody. Much a lot of Tampa Bay fans want to argue about and wish one quarterback would play well so you can say you were right. Whatever credit that gives you. Not sure what it does. Your team's losing. Or I'm not sure if it is your team if you're hoping for somebody to fail. I don't know. I don't try to figure out that nonsense. You do it. You're the ones that argue about it. But best man won the job, and the best man is playing well right now. He did turn the ball over. It was a 50-50 shot, so I'm not mad at it. Last week's, that was on him. You never throw the ball down the middle late. Playing well, keep it up, Baker. Keep it up, Rashard White. Those runs will start getting there, but you're making great contributions in the passing. If you can't get the ball on the ground, get the ball in space. He made a couple great plays making people miss, getting first downs. That's what you can do as a running back. You don't always have to do it just conventional handing the ball. If you can catch the ball and get first downs, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing your job when you're given the opportunity to, I don't give a damn how you do it. That's all I got. What do you think? Oh, kicking. And it helps to have a damn kicker. Make big kicks. I ain't sweating bullets when he's kicking because he's doing his thing. I'm sure there's going to be a time where he's going to struggle. There's going to be a win factor. Whatever. I'm still riding with you. You show me you have the confidence and the ability to do it in our own stadium, and a lot of kickers cannot kick field goals in Tampa Bay Stadium because of that win. Grammatica's explained it before. But that's all I got. What do you think? This is Blake Anthony. See you guys next time.